What's going on, guys? The Rose here. Welcome back to Less Than Serious. Normally, we don't do a show every week, but I'll be on vacation, if you want to call it that. I won't be away from my home the entire time, but beginning July 12th to the 21st, I will be out of my house more than in it. And for a few days, I will not even be in New Jersey. So the next couple of weeks, there will be no Less Than Serious, which is why we're doing a show tonight. And then obviously the next one will be in 3 weeks. That being said, you can see the topics on the screen tonight. TikTok making a new app. It apparently has a buyer. Microsoft massive layoffs. Man, that was huge. Xbox heavily impacted by those layoffs. Texas is underwater, and South Park season 27 is being delayed, and Matt and Trey Parker are pretty pissed off about it. What is going on, Mr. MK Kratos? Mr. Casey is Raw. How have you guys been doing over the last week? How is your guys' 4th of July weekend? What you guys been up to?
You first, Casey.
Just relaxed a lot, but today I did a couple things. Like I wanted to do some laundry, so I had to go to the laundromat and did some grocery shopping. And oh god, it was like 90 degrees plus with humidity. With when I'm just doing that small stuff, I was just sweating bullets because how hot it is. So, I'm not looking forward to go back to work. I've been enjoying these few days off. But I'll be going back to work tomorrow.
Well, I should hope so.
Well, after this week, I'll be on vacation as well, but I was thinking about going to Texas, but it's looking unlikely.
So I'm up for all in.
That's what I was thinking of going all in, but I don't know if I can afford to do that.
Interesting.
If anything, I'll probably watch that instead of Saturday night's main event and Evolution. I'm definitely not watching that crap.
Yeah, right.
Well, Evolution hasn't even sold 5,000 seats yet, and they're set up for 6,000. But Saturday night's main event in the same venue already has 10,000 plus sold for a 12,000 seat setup. In a 15,000 seat venue.
It's going to be horrible because remember last time how many freaking commercials we would like watch like a couple minutes of wrestling? Oh, commercial.
Well, you also have to remember, Evolution is also going to be exclusive on Peacock, so it's its own PLE.
Yeah, well, honestly, I'm sorry. Like, I have no interest watching a full 3 hours or 4 hours of women wrestling.
They've only announced, 2 or 3 matches anyway? Maybe a fourth, because they just announced Trish versus Tiffany Stratton. For what reason? I don't know.
There's like 4 or 5. There's the Naomi Jade Cargill street fight. Io Sky, I'm pretty sure, is finally defending her belt
against Rhea Ripley. That was already announced on Raw.
The NXT Women's title is being defended. It was at JC Joyce, and I forgot who's defending.
JC Jane versus Jordan Grace.
Yeah, so that's 3.
That was the first match announced, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, isn't there a Battle Royal too?
There's the Battle Royal.
There is?
Yeah, there's a Battle Royal. I forgot who. I think the winner faces Julia for her belt. I forgot what the winner gets. There's also
title shot for the women's U.S. title.
I think so.
See, Jackie, that's the only match I care about because that could be anyone. Like that could be people coming from AAA or even TNA. You know.
I think there's Becky versus Bailey too, maybe.
Possible.
And
I thought it was a triple threat though.
yeah, and oh yeah, Becky versus who the hell is she? Oh yeah, Lyra Valkyria.
Bailey and Byra.
Yeah. And what you call it? Yeah, and then Tiffy and Trish. So there's like 6 matches. Which knowing Triple H, there isn't going to be really any more than that. So
no, definitely not. That's it.
Yep.
He likes having a short card, and there'll be obviously no pre-match as well.
Correct the window.
yeah, so I basically just sat home on my 4th of July. Obviously, my mom was working. My dad's not feeling too well, so he wasn't doing anything. And I just sat home and reminisced about memories growing up and how some of my favorite memories growing up were like holiday parties with friends and family, and how these holidays definitely don't feel the same now as they did when I was growing up. That's for damn sure.
I'll tell you what though. I found out a couple pieces of news that were non-factors. Like apparently in Korea, SpongeBob's coming to Cartoon Network for a couple episodes.
Cartoon Network in the States is dead, I'm pretty sure.
No, but SpongeBob is coming to Cartoon Network in Korea.
That's odd. I know Nickelodeon's like failing. Last I heard. Like SpongeBob is literally the only thing they got left. Same thing with the same thing with Cartoon Network. The last thing they had keeping them afloat was Teen Titans Go and Gumball until they pulled that off of TV. I don't even think
Gumball?
Yeah. Which I know there's a new Gumball cartoon. I think it's going to be on Paramount Plus.
That's a bad mistake.
It's either Paramount Plus or Hulu. It's one of those two. But yeah, I don't even know if Cartoon Network is even still a thing in the freaking United States anymore, to be quite honest with you.
They shut down the website, so that's dead.
Oh yeah, that's been
dead. They shut down the website a couple years ago.
That's been dead for a while.
But other than that, my 4th of July was spent sleeping half the dang day. Because even though it was my day off from work, vacation pay and all that, I was bored. I get tired of trying to figure out what's the difference between fireworks and gunshots in my neighborhood. Because they all sound the dang same when they're going off loudly.
There could be same reasons why it's doing that. I know people would shoot shotguns up in the air or firearms in the air.
I live in a black neighborhood. No one but my mother owns a shotgun in this damn neighborhood.
You said it, right? Well, you said it. We did.
It have to be shotgun. It could be guns.
I'm just saying, like, I only say shotguns in general because I live in a predominantly black neighborhood. Nobody over in this neighborhood can afford a shotgun. Just saying.
Oh, by the way, Kratos, I did look into that National Fried Chicken Day topic, and the only reason I wasn't putting it on the show is because that's today, and pretty much all the freaking fast food places are.
Well, Shake Shack is doing a deal for like a free chicken every Sunday for this month because of that day.
I don't even think there's a Shake Shack where I live. We don't even have I saw a lot of the
there's a couple Shake Shacks where I live.
Where a couple of places on the list, like I know we have Wingstop and Chick-fil-A and stuff, but there's a lot of them that are there's one that's based in Denver and whatnot. We might have a Shake Shack in New Jersey. I don't even know, but the majority of the deals were today only, and fast food places for the most part are all winding down for the day. So
true.
I figured, something we could maybe hold on to and look out for this time next year.
Yeah.
If see if they do it again. I never even heard of National Fried Chicken Day until you showed me that article this morning.
I didn't find out about it until literally this morning.
Yeah.
Early this morning.
That TikTok article, I didn't even know about that until I came across that about 2 hours ago.
About them having a buyer, apparently?
New buy, yeah. Apparently, there's a new buyer, and they're going to be shutting down the TikTok app, and they're going to release. There's going to be a new app, under a new name, with the new buyer.
EJ, we just went live like 10 minutes. We just went live a few minutes ago, so you didn't miss much.
11
We haven't
minutes
even
and
gotten into
17.
topic talk.
11 minutes and 17 seconds. What's going on, Aru?
Oh,
EJ?
I know what TikTok name's going to be called. It's called Talk Tick.
I already know what it's called. Yeah, EJ, all you missed was just, a little bit of shooting the shit about the weekend, yeah.
Yeah, just us talking about like how we spent our 4th of July and stuff like that. That's all you missed. You haven't missed much.
What's going on, Aru?
Stick around.
I would invite you to the show, Aru, but the way we do things now is on Discord, and I don't have your Discord, so I would have to add you on Discord to be able to add you to the call.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Skype shut down 2 months ago, so we had to migrate to Discord.
What is it, 2 months and 1 day now already?
Yeah, yep, exactly. So, where do you guys want to start? I figured we could lump the two Microsoft topics together. That only makes sense.
Let's start with South Park.
So is Casey going? Is Casey going to be on TikTok? Casey probably already is on TikTok. Let's do. All right. So you want to do Paramount, the Paramount disaster fucking thing? That sounds like a good place to start.
EJ, I'm pretty much on Discord from my Xbox right now. I don't have a camera in front of me. I'm literally on this stream from my Xbox.
Yeah, we pretty much don't use cameras anymore. I mean, Casey could use his if he wanted to, but I don't have room for my camera on my desk anymore like I used to because my monitor I got for Christmas last year takes up almost my whole desk. So.
The audio sucked for a second.
Just barely, yeah.
Yeah, that's Discord for you.
I mean, I heard myself echo a few times. Had stopped briefly.
I haven't heard the echo on my end, so.
Add Ocean Chew. I'm pretty sure I have him on here.
Right, but I would have to add him on my account to add him to the call. That's how Discord works. It's not like Skype. You guys can't add somebody to this call. Only I can.
Yep.
Actually, Skype still works for me. I don't know why it doesn't work for you guys. Yeah, they cut that shit off, dude. As soon as they cut it off, the last time I tried to load up Skype, it said to
migrate to Microsoft Teams.
Yeah, yep. It said move to Microsoft Teams. I'm like, okay, nope. I mean, I don't mind adding you.
We can talk about that AC thing I sent y'all.
If we have time.
If it's, yeah.
Like I said, I'm on a time. We're on a time limit tonight, so.
Yeah, I got you.
Because I have to go to the bank. Normally, my mom goes to the bank on the way home from work, but she doesn't.
Working late?
Well, no, she doesn't have my debit card to stop at the bank, so I have to go there. I forgot to give it to her this morning. Okay. Anyway, so topic right here: South Park. South Park creators rip Skydance and Paramount merger, calling it a shit show. Blames the deal for delaying the new season. The creators of Comedy Central, South Park, let the network parent Paramount Global, damn, try saying that 2 times fast, note on Tuesday that they are not happy with the 2-week delay of the latest season of their comedy series. In a statement shared on X on Tuesday, which I'll show you the full statement because I don't think it's on here.
You should share that tweet I sent you that someone thinks like could have been the reason why the merger also caused them to be pissed off as well.
I can't stop this ad from fucking moving, you guys, so you're gonna have to just, like, deal with it, unfortunately. Oh, wait, maybe I can. There we go, I stopped it. Anyways, in a statement shared on Twitter on Tuesday, show creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone expressed frustrations over their show's premiere getting delayed another 2 weeks and blamed the potential upcoming merger between Paramount Global and Skydance as the reason for it. This merger is a shit show and it's fucking up South Park, the creators declared. We are at the studio working on new episodes and we hope the fans get to see them somehow. The official South Park Twitter account confirmed news of the delay early Tuesday morning, posting, South Park's 27th season premiere has moved to Wednesday, July 23rd at 10 p.m. Eastern / Pacific time on Comedy Central. So I guess South Park airs on a delay on the West Coast. That's interesting. Season 27 marks the return of the show after a 2-year hiatus. Comedy Central has not yet given a reason for the delay. Well, I mean, we pretty much know the delay. I mean, it's not the concrete reason, but it's the most likely reason.
Yeah, someone tried to renegotiate the South Park episode deal. That was a reason that I sent you guys.
The merger that Stone and Parker pointed to is set to happen by July 6th, which is today. Deadline.com reported Tuesday with Skydance to acquire control of Paramount Global and merge both companies. With the merger, Skydance media boss Jeff Shell is set to become the boss of the soon-to-be joined companies. Shell has been accused by the South Park creator of meddling in their current contract negotiations with Netflix and Warner Bros. Discovery, The Hollywood Reporter says. Streaming rights for South Park are believed to be non-exclusive and have been shopped around to other platforms like Netflix or Warner Bros. Disney's HBO Max, Deadline noted. Imagine if Netflix got South Park. That's like one of the biggest fucking shows out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. I can honestly see that. I can honestly see that on Netflix if they really want to get rid of like Skydance and the merger in general. Get out of it, you know.
Yeah. Parker's
Because this entire like season premiere was supposed to be a big thing because it's about the Diddy situation.
Oh yeah.
And there apparently it's supposed to be a Diddy parody with baby oil. I'm like, what is going on here?
That's the topic I forgot to put on the fucking show tonight. Where I forgot we were gonna talk about the Diddy the P Diddy court hearing results that came out on Tuesday.
I already said enough when I first found out about them the morning of. This country's going to hell in a handbasket.
But
I've already said enough about it.
But anyway,
and there's also rumors and possible like confirmations, but one of the jurors asked the judge if taking some drugs from someone would be considered a form of payment. I'm like, a form of racketeering or some shit. Like, why would you ask that? Why would you just randomly ask that to the judge if you're a fucking juror for something that's ongoing with a big case like this?
You would think
the
selected juries should know the law, or at least be briefed.
Someone didn't even know what racketeering meant. It was a 51-year-old Hispanic teacher.
It's like what I just said. You know, they should have been briefed on what the law, involved in the case was. But anyways,
yet they vote not guilty on racketeering. But the two charges that they found him guilty on, the prostitution transport stuff, that's only gonna get him 10 years.
No, I heard he's facing 20 years for the two. total.
10 years max for each charge.
Yeah, so 20 years. If they give him 20 years. But anyways, let's get back to this. Parker and Stone's entertainment company, Park County, threatened legal action against Shell's company. Boy, that ain't taking them long. They're merging, and already they're looking to sue them. Redbird and Skydance accusing them of directing Netflix and Warner Bros. Discovery to alter terms of their offers for streaming deals with South Park that would benefit Paramount following the merger. According to them, wouldn't that be contract tampering?
It is. It is.
That's against the law. Someone's in trouble.
That's federal law.
According to them, Shell has sought to exert pressure on these platforms and their prospective deals with the show to ensure Paramount Plus gets to stream the show's new season exclusively for a certain time at the expense of Park County. Parker and Stone accused Shell of urging WBD to give Paramount Plus an exclusive 12-month window for new episodes of the show and to shorten the term of the deal from 10 to 5 years, which could worsen the studio's bid for the series. THR reporting described a letter sent on behalf of Park County. We hereby demand that you, Redbird, and Skydance immediately cease your interference, the letter states. If these activities continue, we will have no choice but to act to both protect our rights and discharge any obligations we may have for to the public. Paramount and South Park creators did not immediately reply to Fox News' digital request for comment. I haven't watched South Park in like 5 years. The last time I watched it was during the COVID lockdowns, and I had maybe watched up to like the very beginning of their COVID arc. It's been like 5 years.
I haven't seen South Park since Imagination Land.
That's going way back.
That's my point. I haven't seen them since Imagination Land, when Butters gave Jesus an M16 to take out the xenomorph from Alien.
I remember that. But yeah, so let me pull up the tweet that you sent me that they sent that has the full statement from Matt and Trey. Where is it? It's up here. Yeah. You're seeing our DM. Fuck off. Where the hell is it? There it is. This is the statement from South Park. And make sure you guys can actually see it. You guys can sort of see it. Okay, there we go.
And yes, I share an account with my fiance, people. Get over it.
Okay. So there's the full statement. You can see it there on the screen. Well, you could. Let's try that again. In response to the press release from Comedy Central about the change in premiere date for South Park, Trey Parker and Matt Stone said, "The merger is a shit show and it's fucking up South Park. We are at the studio working for new episodes. We hope the fans get to see them somehow." So it is basically actually exactly what the article said. I thought this said something a little bit different. And then you showed me this. Holy shit, why did our DM go so far up? Dude, what the fuck? Yeah, our DM jumped way the fuck up. And you also sent me this, which is about that as well. It says, Trey Parker, Matt Stone have made a statement. Premiere date. The merger is a shit show. So it's basically the same exact thing. Oh, here, this. Acting like you own the place before the ink is dry doesn't just destroy trust, it destroys value. A Skydance executive allegedly tried to renegotiate South Park's deals before the merger closed. Result? You see Matt and Trey's response. Also, this is what we call integration debt. Like I said, I haven't watched South Park in a while. What's going on, TSS? What drug?
I really hadn't either. I mean, I prefer old school South Park, but I mean, it's not like I think it just got boring. It just, I mean, one, I don't have cable. Two, like how many seasons it says it's up to? 27?
27.
27, yeah.
27 this year. Yeah.
And their current deal is until another 3 seasons after this. Or another like 5 years deal on Comedy Central.
Go ahead, Casey.
The only cartoon series is outlasting this is The Simpsons. So, and I kind of lost interest.
The Simpsons had a series finale already. It was Bart's 11th birthday. They already had a series finale recently.
They had the series finale? Are you sure?
The final episode, yeah. They had their final season earlier this year.
Damn, I didn't know fucking The Simpsons ended. About fucking time.
Simpsons ended on an episode about Bart having his 11th birthday. Y'all didn't know this?
No.
Matt Groening said last year this was the final season of The Simpsons.
Well, I mean, I'm like Casey now. I don't have cable, and I didn't really follow The Simpsons growing up. So,
I followed The Simpsons back in the in the late 80s and early 90s. So I was like, that's when I was.
The episode aired on September 29th of last year.
Damn, my birthday no less, huh? Shit.
It was called Bart's Birthday. The season premiere started on Bart's birthday, and
it ended on his birthday.
It needed to be over anyways. It's honestly, I thought when they did the movie, that's when they should have ended it right there.
I mean, you could say the same thing about South Park. How often can they reuse the same jokes and keep the kids the same age? And
I think South Park had way more gas in the tank when they did the movie than The Simpsons.
Oh no, I'm not saying they should have.
Hold up.
2000.
There's other episodes. There's other things saying like the premiere, the episode was a prank and that the show is not actually in. What the hell is going on then?
I was saying no. I wasn't saying that the South Park movie should have been the end of South Park. What I'm saying is that South Park should maybe consider coming to an end sooner than later because South Park has been around for going on 30 years. I know they took a 2-year break. They took the 2-year break, but I mean, how long can you keep the kids the same age doing roughly the same antics and the same jokes and making fun of? I mean, I know there's always going to be things that they can make fun of, which is what's going to keep the show going. But I mean, doing the same shit all the time eventually gets stale.
According to Wikipedia, the show was renewed for up until season 40, apparently.
Good God.
See, I mean, it's like King of the Hill. I mean, at least King of the Hill took a break, and now Bobby Hill is like
he's an adult now. Yeah,
but they can't really do the show anymore. They lost 2 of the freaking voice actors for 2 of the characters.
Well, that's not stopping them.
Already.
No, well, technically they lost 3. Oh no, is it? Yeah, but they got rid of
2 because they lost the voice actor for the Native American.
Yeah, that's right.
Whose real life husband claimed that that they were victims of a hate crime.
Actually, no, they lost 4 since the end of King of the Hill. They lost. They lost Tom Petty, who was Lucky. Lou Ann's voice actress died. Then we lost Johnny last year, and we lost the other guy last month.
The Native American, yeah.
Yeah.
An actual Native American, too.
Well, the thing is, it's not like we can't just recast him.
I mean, they had to for Dale.
They've done that for different cartoons. They recasted them. Like, yeah, there's some.
I mean, but some characters are just iconic with the voices they originally had.
Yeah.
And even the people who played them play them as a replacement, never live up to the same hype.
Well,
Never live up to the expectations.
Khan got a new voice actor because they moved his voice actor over to Dale. And Johnny is said to have like the first 5 or 6 episodes done. So they had to recast Dale for like the last 4 episodes of the new season. Redcorn's character was fully done, so they didn't have to worry about him. And as far as we know, Luann and Lucky's characters aren't even going to be in the show at all.
No.
Because their voice actresses died, years ago. A few years ago. But, yeah, so back to the whole South Park thing. This is only the second time that South Park has missed a deadline.
Really?
Yeah, this is only the second time they've missed a deadline for an episode with this delay.
Was it a forced miss as well, the first one?
Let me look it up. I don't remember the specifics. Let me see.
I mean, that's actually a good freaking track record. Only missing 2 deadlines over the course of essentially almost 30 years.
Right here, South Park has missed deadlines. A notable example in the episode Pip, which was scheduled for spring 2000 but wasn't finished until after Thanksgiving that year, due to the creation of new sets and characters for an episode that didn't take place in South Park. Other reasons for missed deadline have included power outages, switching episodes around, which technically isn't a missed deadline, they just rearranged the episode order, and technical limitations according to Reddit posts.
Who trusts Reddit these days?
So let's see. Screen Rant. Here we go. Here we go. Screen Rant. They're more credible. Why only one South Park episode didn't air on time. Here we go. In South Park's 25-year history, let's see, when was this even written? Here it is. 2023. So South Park is 28 years old this year. Holy shit. And South Park
started in 97,
I didn't remember I knew it was in the 90s. I just didn't remember what year.
It started during the hype of the Attitude Era, because Billy Gunn wore a South Park fan-made T-shirt to the ring to a match once. Back in 97, like late 97.
I must have missed that because I didn't get into wrestling. I got into wrestling in 97, but I must have...
It was when they were known as it was when they were just in the fledgling stage as the New Age Outlaws at the time.
Yeah, so I might have.
He wore a white T-shirt that had like one of the kids. I think it was Kyle that was on his shirt. Just Kyle.
Let's see.
It wasn't even official merch. It was just a white plain T-shirt with Kyle on it.
Let's see. In South Park's history, the show's creators have only missed a deadline. And even then, it wasn't their fault that the episode didn't make it to the screens on time. While South Park does owe some of its inspiration to earlier satirical cartoons, the show has some qualities that are entirely unique. Specifically, the production process of South Park is unlike that of any other major network television show. Each episode of South Park written, performed, animated, and released within a brief 5-day window, a turnaround time that is unheard of for other animated television shows. So right here, so South Park episode 7, South Park season 17, episode 4 was the one that they didn't finish on time. South Park season 17, episode 4, Goth Kids 3, Dawn of the Posers, is not an especially memorable outing of the series, South Park episode brings back an early season staple by mocking sci-fi and horror movies with its tale of goth kids taking over the titular town. Invasion of the Baby Snatchers style. However, a power cut in the South Park studio ensured that this episode made television history in 2013. For the first time in 240 episodes, the creators of South Park failed to finish Goth Kids 3 on schedule. So it wasn't even their fault. It was a power outage that made them miss the deadline. And now this time is because of the merger. Did I lose you guys?
No.
Okay. TSS says the Simpsons.
I'm here. I'm just tapping a comment in here.
TSS says the Simpsons got renewed for 4 seasons. Kratos. My prediction is they go until they reach season 40 and then they're done. Casey is Timmy on South Park. I'd bet money on it. Timmy!
To me, it's like I said, the Simpsons should have just called in after the movie back in the 2000s when they
2005.
Yeah,
It came out in 05.
So that's when they should have just killed it after that, because
You
honestly,
could say the same thing about Fairly Odd Parents, though. And that cartoon went how many extra seasons that were unneeded?
oh, because I never watched it.
I mean, I honestly, for the kid in me, the Fairly Odd Parents cartoon should have ended with Channel Chasers. That was the perfect ending. You didn't need to add Poof. You didn't need to add the talking dog. You didn't need to add the cousin. You didn't need to add the Secret Wish episode.
Dude, that fucking show fell off a cliff.
All that crap was unneeded. Channel Chasers was the perfect ending. You had Trixie get her man and Timmy. In the end, they have 2 kids. And Cosmo and Wanda are the godparents to their 2 kids.
You know what else they didn't need was that fucking live-action made-for-TV movie that they produced as well.
Yeah, with Child Toucher Tim Drake Bell in it. Both movies.
And then they did a 3D modeled animated series, which just further fucking threw that show off a cliff.
I mean, Butch Hartman knew it was going down the drain when they put it on Nicktoons Network or satellite. It's like that's when you know the show's dying.
Yep. Alrighty, well, one topic down, 4 to go.
Sorry for that rant. Sorry for the rant.
No.
It was kind of needed because it was on the topic of series finales.
Yeah, you're right. And that's why I was saying before, again, with South Park, they should probably consider wrapping that show up soon, because outside of making fun of shit that goes on in the world, how much more steam can they have left in their fucking reserves to keep making episodes?
The only South Park clip I've seen recently was the one where they talked about like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle as the prince and his wife of Canada.
Oh gosh.
That shit was funny. They were interviewed on Canada Today. The best part was the interviewer called Meghan Markle's character to the prince's face and in his Instagram well-being bitch wife. And I'm like, damn, dude. Then the prince goes, "How dare you, sir? My Instagram loving bitch wife is always one of her privacy. And you know what else? To hell with Canada. We are leaving." Like, wow. It was funny. It was a funny clip. It even got them a lawsuit from the actual 2 people they were portraying on the show. It went nowhere.
I was thinking
that lawsuit was dropped within a week.
I was thinking if Casey is anybody on South Park, wouldn't he be Jimmy, considering that he can't fucking speak English worth the shit?
I thought I got the name right when I said Timmy because
No, Timmy.
Timmy also can't walk properly.
Yeah,
Timmy walk with crutches.
Timmy can only say his name and a bunch of gibberish, and yeah, he can't walk. Jimmy's the one that walks with the crutch and stutters every time he tries to say a word.
Okay.
Oh, lucky.
Well, if anything, he could be he could be Butters with the wild imagination.
Oh, yeah. We all know Casey likes butter of a certain variety, anyways.
What are you talking about?
You know damn well what I'm talking about.
I sure do.
Mister, I think my toilet is haunted.
Oh God!
I heard that last night. When all you got is a fucking loose flusher fucking chain or whatever the fuck you got going on in your bathroom.
Oh Lord!
I'm not a plumber. Like, if it randomly starts running, I mean, I just thought I was haunted.
Yeah, I have the same thing in my downstairs bathroom. The same exact thing. It's a loose.
I got dual flush toilets in my house. 2 of them. One in the basement, one upstairs. A dual flush system toilet.
What the hell do you need a toilet in your basement? What is it, like a full like like you could make an apartment out of it down there?
It's got a man cave. It's got my parents' office in it. Yep, I never told y'all I live with my folks. If they just drop.
No, I kind of knew that, but I mean, I didn't know you had to finish.
Yeah, their bedroom is in the basement. Their bedroom's in the basement.
Well, damn. So you pretty much have the whole.
That's what it.
So you have like the whole.
There's a separate bathroom.
So you have like the whole upstairs to yourself then.
Essentially,
wow.
I got the living room, the kitchen.
Casey likes
the garage.
Casey likes his butter thick. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Oh
yeah, thick
man.
and white. Thick and off white.
Oh God. I was thinking of brown, but well, like I said, we got 4 more topics to go, and about an hour and a half to get through them. So we got the two.
We knocked out one topic.
We got the two Microsoft topics, the TikTok topic, and Texas. Texas is in dire need of very much help right now.
I wonder if Joel Osteen will open up his church this time around again, or will he close it to make sure no one goes in it again?
So we got the Texas floods, the two Microsoft topics, and the TikTok topic. Where would you like to go next?
Let's cover the game. But since we talked about media, let's talk about Xbox.
Well, we got to talk about Microsoft before we talk about Xbox. It'll make more sense that way.
True.
And let me tell you, oh boy, when you hear what the Xbox, like the head of Microsoft said,
I've heard some bits and pieces. I had not heard what Phil Spencer said about. I heard what he said about one particular sentence after the layoffs happened, or right before the layoffs. One particular sentence that pissed off a lot of gamers.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it.
I'll let you get to it though.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh boy. Oh fucking boy indeed.
I got a lot to say about Phil Spencer. There's already people asking for him to be fired. There's already people online that want him gone.
While I'm fixing this up right now, I just want to give a PSA real quick. If you see suspicious links on YouTube or Discord or anything right now, if you think it's a suspicious link, don't click on it.
Exactly.
And the reason why I say that is because YouTube right now is undergoing another problem. It's existed for years. And apparently they don't know how to get a fucking grip on it.
What's the problem?
YouTube right now is experiencing another bot problem, and these fucking people that create these bots are distributing 2-letter content in YouTube comments of people's videos.
Huh?
You know, the illegal kind that is shortened down to 2 letters.
Oh, AI?
No. Yeah, I said illegal, Casey.
Oh. Huh?
When you think of illegal content and it goes by 2 letters,
I gotcha. I gotcha.
yeah, it's
Oh
people.
Christ!
Yeah, it's being distributed again in people's YouTube comments. And one YouTuber has actually had his comment section for his entire channel shut down because of it, which I don't think is fair at all. Mudahar,
Shut it down, or did YouTube shut it down?
YouTube did.
Oh fuck!
Mudahar covered it in a video he released like 3 days ago. This problem, was around last year, and the year before that. But yeah, if you're on YouTube and you look in the comments and you see something that looks a little suspicious, don't click on it because it's gonna be a bad time if you do.
Lately, I think if anyone puts a link into your chat or something, it's they. I think the only people who really can put a link in your chat now is a someone with wrench.
Well, I'm not talking about the chat. I'm talking about the comments section of any video, which you can turn off. I mean, the channel can turn off the ability to post links, but even turning off the link won't stop them from posting from posting the link. It just won't.
Yeah.
It just won't hyperlink it so that you can't just click on it. You would then have to copy and paste it. So either way, if you see something like that, don't click on it. Don't fucking look it up yourself. Just leave it alone because it's most likely not good. And again, that's just not for YouTube. That's for anywhere. Twitter, Instagram, shit talk, Discord. If someone's out, people are out there distributing this kind of fucking disgusting content all over the place. I don't know where these people get it from. I don't want to know where these people get it from. They need to be investigated. They need to be put under the fucking prisons. And personally, the internet needs to have a better grasp on stopping this shit before it becomes a real problem. But anyway, that's my PSA for the night. Don't click on weird links in YouTube videos, comment sections, or anywhere else for that matter.
Yeah.
Aru says, wait, again, I've seen porn bots, but damn, yeah, again. Uh-huh. Anyways, see the title here. Microsoft cut up to 9,000 more jobs to invest in AI. 9,000 people were fired this past week at one time. For what I'm seeing has been a grand total over the last year or so of 15,000 people fired from Microsoft. All in favor for them to go all in on AI.
We all know where that's gonna end up. Gonna end up in the fucking shitter.
Let's see here. Microsoft has confirmed that it will lay off as many as 9,000 workers in the technology giant's latest wave of job cuts this year. The company said several divisions would be affected without specifying which ones, but reports suggest that its Xbox video gaming unit will be hit. Oh, it was. Oh boy, was it. It was not pretty. Microsoft has set out plans to invest heavily in artificial intelligence and is spending $80 billion in huge data centers to train AI models. Let me just stop right there before I continue. I know we didn't get very far into this.
$80 billion? You just spent $69 billion on Activision Blizzard.
I was just going to get into that. Why are you buying game studios if you're gutting your games division? Continuing. The spokesperson where the firm told the BBC, not that kind of BBC,
Oh, damn
you
it.
fucking filthy animals. We
I
continue.
knew what BBC you were talking about. British Broadcasting Channel. Shit, I'm not stupid.
Well, it wasn't just directed that you.
Casey was thinking of the other type.
Which type is that? Just the big.
I'm not saying that out loud.
We continue to implement organizational change necessary to best position the company for success in a dynamic marketplace.
And to quote Matt Cardona, let me tell you why that's bullshit.
The cuts would equate to 4% of Microsoft's 228,000 strong global workforce. So they're firing 4% of their entire workforce, which sounds small, but in this day and age, that's a lot of people. Some video game projects have reportedly been affected by them. Affected is putting it lightly.
Two games that were in development were canceled. One of which was just shown off at the showcase.
Another one, another one, which is one of my favorites, and the only reason one of the only reasons I even play Xbox in the first place, just got shut down. Anyways, we'll get into that. According to an internal email seen by The Verge and gaming publication IGN, Microsoft has told gaming staff that the planned reboot of first-person shooter series Perfect Dark, I guess we're going to get into it now, but I have a more in-depth article about all this, along with another title, Everwild, will be canceled. The initiative, a Microsoft-owned studio behind the Perfect Dark reboot, will also shut down, the memo stated. Again, I have more on all of this in a moment. Job cuts have also affected staff across wider studios owned by Microsoft, including Forza Motorsport maker Turn 10 and Elder Scrolls Online developer ZeniMax Online. According to employee posts on social media seen by the BBC. Matt Ferrer, studio director of ZeniMax Online Studios, announced Wednesday he would be leaving his position in July after more than 18 years at the studio. While I won't be working on the game anymore, I will be cheering you on and adding to the thousands of hours I've already spent in game, said a post attributed to Mr. Ferrer by ZeniMax on Twitter. Romero Games Ltd., an independent studio based in Galloway, Ireland, co-founded by Doom developer John Romero, has also cut staff after funding for its game was axed by its publisher. These people are the best people I have ever worked with, and I'm sorry to say that our game and our studio were also affected. Microsoft has initiated 3 other rounds of redundancies so far in 2025, including May when it said it would cut 6,000 roles. So they fired 15,000 people just this year alone. An official database maintained by Washington State shows that more than 800 of the positions eliminated will be concentrated in the city of Redmond as well as Baltimore, another Microsoft hub in its home state. Thoughts on this before I finish up why they want to refocus on AI?
Nah.
Nope.
In recent years, like many other big technology firms, Microsoft has refocused its business towards developing AI, including investing in data centers and chips. Last year, the company hired British AI pioneer Mustafa Soliman Sullivan to lead its new Microsoft AI division. A top Microsoft executive recently told the BBC that the next half
Sick
century
pervert.
will fundamentally be defined by artificial intelligence, changing the way we work and interact with one another. Lazy, cheap bastards. Microsoft is also a major investor and shareholder in OpenAI, the company behind the popular chat bot ChatGPT, although the relationship has reportedly grown tense in recent months. Bloomberg reported that Microsoft has struggled to sell its AI assistant, known as Copilot. I thought it was Cortana, now it's Copilot. To business customers.
Yeah, it changed.
Because many office workers prefer ChatGPT. The layoffs among rank and file workers at Microsoft comes as major U.S. tech companies court top AI talent. Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, has been poaching talent from rivals to form a super intelligence lab. Chief Executive Mark Zuckerberg, or Fuckerberg, as the meme goes, has reportedly been personally involved in recruitment. OpenAI boss Sam Altman said recently that members of the team had been getting offers of more than $100 million as signing bonuses from Meta. Last month, Amazon boss Andy Jassy said he expected AI would replace some of his firm's workers. AI, man, is going to put the world out of business one of these fucking years.
Got that right.
Oh, that's no joke, dude. Like, there's trucks are now automatically, like they're automated where you don't need someone to be in there. They still have people in there, but they're not running it.
Well, I hear Amazon is actually testing robot delivery, so they're not even putting human beings in the trucks in some of these Amazon warehouses anymore. Apparently.
Well, I mean, they tried the drone thing, and people started shooting them down. Like, so that didn't work out.
I can't wait to hear a story where some robot looking humanoid thing brings a package to your fucking lawn. Someone gets creeped out by it and blows its fucking head off with a shotgun. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Anyways, here's part 2 of the article. Here's part 2 of the article. After 9,000 layoffs, Microsoft boss has brutal advice for sacked workers. As Aftermath reports, an executive producer at Microsoft-owned Xbox ended up with egg on his face after suggesting that laid-off workers pour their hearts out to AI. These are really challenging times, and if you're navigating a layoff or even quietly preparing for one, you're not alone, and you don't have to go it alone. That producer, Matt Turnbull, said in a since-deleted LinkedIn post that Aftermath thankfully screenshotted after posterity. No AI tool is a replacement for your voice or your lived experience, lived experience. But at a time when mental energy is scarce, these tools can help you unstuck faster, calmer, and with more clarity. I know these types of tools engender strong feelings in people, but I'd be remiss in not trying to offer the best advice I can under the circumstances. He continued, I've been experimenting with ways to use large language model AI tools like ChatGPT or Copilot to help reduce the emotional and cognitive load that comes with job loss. How do you use AI to make yourself feel better about getting fired?
That's a good question.
How does that work? People are mentally fucking challenged, man, I tell you.
See, the thing is, even though AI will produce the content or wherever, there's still gonna be people need to oh, this is awful. Like, we need to go back to the drawing board on this one. Yeah, the game could make the games and stuff like that, but someone still needs to make the decisions. Like, oh yeah, this is a great game, or oh god, this is horrible. Like, I mean, having no one behind the I mean, that's not good. So, but it is the future. I mean, gosh, I mean, they're making honestly, I used AI for my music, so people use AI for all types of stuff. It's to the point. There's some stuff like you can't tell if it's real or if it's been made up by AI.
All right, let's run down real quick the second half of this thing here. These are all of the Xbox games canceled and studios closed in Microsoft's latest layoffs. We have Raven Software. Raven Software, an esteemed Call of Duty development studio, is said to have been affected by the cuts. The studio co-developed 2024's Black Ops 6 and returned to co-develop 2025's Black Ops 7. Raven is also known for its work on Call of Duty Warzone. The exact number or nature of the cuts at Raven is unknown. Turn 10 Studios. This is the one I'm most pissed off about. Forza Motorsport developer 10 Turn Studios was reportedly hit significantly by Xbox cuts. A report said nearly 50% of staff were let go. Though it's not clear how many people this amounts to, the studios will last release Forza Motorsport 2023 for PC and Xbox Series X. So what's going to go on there is the remaining Turn 10 staff are now only going to work on the Horizon spin-off series, and the Motorsport series is now officially discontinued. Which is really sad because Forza is one of my favorite racing games, and it's one of the reasons I fucking play Xbox. Rare and Everwild. British developer Rare was affected by the layoffs too, with the studio's upcoming game Everwild cancelled. The game was announced in 2019 and had been in development for reportedly 10 years before this decision came down. Anonymous developer speaking to VGC said that Rare couldn't find the right direction for this project even after it was rebooted. A new MMO, so this game got nameless. A new MMORPG from the Elder Scrolls Online developer, reportedly codenamed Blackbird, was said to be canceled. It had reportedly been in development in some form since 2018. Longtime executive Matt Ferrer also leaving the company. Perfect Dark and The Initiative. One of Microsoft's newest studios, The Initiative, is closing up shop, and its first game, a new Perfect Dark, has been canceled. A report from May 2024 said the new Perfect Dark game was in rough shape. High Noon. Longtime Call of Duty co-developer High Noon Studios. Wow, Call of Duty got hit pretty hard. High Noon Studios has been affected by Xbox cuts too, according to Charlie Intel. The studio has for years supported Call of Duty Warzone and other Call of Duty projects. Sledgehammer Games, another Call of Duty fucking developer. Damn, is Call of Duty going to be able to continue making their games like at this rate? Holy shit. Another Call of Duty co-developer, Sledgehammer Games, has faced layoffs as part of the wider cut at Microsoft. That's according to Charlie Intel and Insider Gaming. Blizzard and Warcraft Rumble. Blizzard has announced that Warcraft Rumble support will not continue in its current form. While systemic events and bug fixes will still be made, no new content will be added. Aftermath reports that some Blizzard employees will shift to different roles while others will be let go. An exact figure has not been confirmed, but it's said to be as many as 100 people. Halo Studios got hit. Wow. The wide-ranging Xbox layoff this week also affected Halo Studios. The development team, formerly known as 343 Industries, that is working on multiple upcoming Halo titles. Romero Games, we talked about this before. Romero Games, the studio headed up by John and Brenda Romero, has announced that an unspecified publisher has canceled funding for its new game, and it's believed to be Microsoft. In a post, Brenda Romero said, "Our publisher has canceled funding for our game, along with several other unannounced projects at other studios. This was a strategic decision made at a high level within the publisher, well above our visibility or control." And that's it. That's a lot, man. Xbox got hit really hard. Holy shit. Go ahead, Casey.
I was going to say another reason why I think Xbox is getting out of the console business.
They fucking might as well at this point. They got gutted. 3 Call of Duty developers got hit. One of Xbox's main freaking exclusives, Forza, got hit. And now one of their 2 Forza franchises just got shut down. Rareware got hit, and their newest game got shut down. Blizzard got hit. ZeniMax Studios, which is the Elder Scrolls creator, they got hit. I mean, holy shit, dude, they got fucking blasted. All this money that they spent buying these fucking studios over the last few years just to be fucking gutting and firing everybody.
Yeah.
What a fucking waste of money.
Yeah, well, you figure buying all these studios that we would see a bunch of exclusive games to Xbox and the PC. But, I mean, we never see anything come out of it. So it's almost the point of unless you want to get out of the gaming business, you want to get bought by them, and you're like, all right, we don't actually have to do anything no more. So because the other studios ain't producing shit, so we got our money. But you figure have Microsoft behind you. You figure you had the money to produce a great game, but we hadn't seen anything in years. Nothing. I mean, you would get like a Halo game every once in a while, and we hadn't having a new Halo since Halo Infinite.
Yeah. So Xbox is going back in the box then. They're going somewhere. They're going off a fucking cliff. That's where they're going.
That's what I said. This is like when we were talking about this last week. I was saying that if anything, it's going to be a small little mini PC box, or they're just going to totally integrate everything into, like, when you buy a TV, it's going to be integrated into there. They'll give you a controller so you can play Game Pass, or they'll just whittle it down just the Game Pass, Like, hey, we got money into Game Pass. We're getting from it. So I mean, obviously they lost their love for gaming. I think they really lost it ever since the whole Xbox One debacle. They tried to come out of it, but they couldn't get out of it. I mean, you had PS4 wiped the floor with them. You had Nintendo Switch wiped the floor with them.
So this guy, Mr. Matty Plays, who is I guess a content creator. He made this tweet. Xbox since the top of 2024. The initiative closed down. Perfect Dark canceled. Everwild canceled. New ZeniMax Online Studio IP canceled. 50% of Turn 10 gone. 10% of King Games gone. King is the parent company of Candy Crush. Layoffs at Raven Software. Arcane Austin closed down. Tango Gameworks nearly lost forever. Alpha Dog Games closed down. Roundhouse Studios closed down. Blizzard's Odyssey canceled. So I quote tweeted this and I said, let this tweet be the massive red flag for any game studio that any game studio should need to not want to be acquired by Xbox going forward.
Like I said, the only reason you want to be acquired by Xbox is just to get the money out of it, and if you want to get out of the gaming business.
What's going on, Compton?
If that's not your goal, then obviously you don't want to be bought by them because you're just going to cut your gaming company.
It seems like out of everyone that Microsoft is firing, they're hitting Xbox the hardest. And like I said, they spent all this money buying these studios. King Games, Activision Blizzard, Bethesda, ZeniMax. All these billions of dollars to buy all these game studios, and they're gutting them all. It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
Do you thinking they're going to try to put everyone who's left into one studio? Like one big group?
If that's the case, they might as well merge every fucking thing. They might as well just merge all their studios and call themselves Xbox Game Studio. That's it.
Yeah.
Kratos, you're the Xbox guy here. What do you think about all this shit? All these game companies closing down and games getting canceled and shit because of what Microsoft is doing.
I've said enough on a couple places. I've said enough to my fiance. I've said more than fair share of things about this situation. It sucks. That's all I can say now. It just sucks. I've seen articles saying I've seen gaming websites saying now's the perfect time to cancel your Game Pass subscription. Because what they're doing to Xbox is not going to help benefit anybody to continue. Is not going to help anyone make a decision on why they should continue paying $20 a month when initially it was at 1.15, then 17, then now 20.
Yeah, it's like
it's getting sad.
They're raising the price. They're raising the price, and all they're doing is gutting Xbox. Like I said, three Call of Duty developers got hit. Halo Studios got hit. Turn 10 got hit. Their biggest IPs got hit. It's like, how is Activision? I mean, I'm sure Activision still has a big enough team to keep making Call of Duty games, but surely 3 of their developers getting hit is going to be a big fucking impact to Call of Duty going forward.
Yeah, should be, at least.
And after they spent, what was it, $69 million or $69 billion to require...
$69.7 billion, yeah.
To acquire Activision, they're going and gutting these studios.
Remember that whole
crazy.
big deal that, just to merge those two companies together, and now they're just gutting the shit out of it.
Yeah, the fucking UK government stepped in and tried to block it. Sony tried to block it. Microsoft fought tooth and nail to finalize the deals, and they're just gutting their fucking gaming division a year later.
Yep.
It's fucking crazy. I mean, when Sega died, they died a more honorable death than this.
At least, well, Sega still produced games, like even though it's mainly just Sonic games.
Well, no, I'm saying like when they got out of the console gaming business, and they went third party, they survived barely. But Xbox, they're fucking falling right off a cliff. Sega didn't. It feels like Sega didn't fall this hard.
Well, Microsoft itself is fine. They're just killing off the Xbox brand. That's what all they're really doing. And I really think they looked at Valve, Steam, and they're like, we want to be a competitor as they are. Instead of, Valve used to make games. Now they just have their own platform.
Right.
So I think that's what they're trying to do. They want to copy Valve.
Well, that's what they're trying to do with that Xbox Play Anywhere initiative and having their freaking storefront on fucking everything.
Yeah. So that's why I think I changed my opinion that there's going to probably be a mini PC deal to, like, it's just going to be an app. And, like, you're going to have it maybe on the PS5 or 6 eventually as an app. Or they'll have it on the Switch too. I wouldn't think it'd be on the Steam Deck because that's a competitor. But I think that's the route.
Well, the thing is, Steam or Xbox is integrating Steam into their thing because when I launch a game on Steam now, the Xbox mobile app tells me I'm playing a game on Steam and not Xbox. Before, weeks ago, it wouldn't do that. Now it does that now all of a sudden.
I just think that's the game plan for them.
There's rumors. There's rumors too. I don't mean to cut you off, but there's rumors that they're going to add this Steam launcher to the Xbox consoles eventually.
They need something because to me, I saw no point having a Series X. To the point I was like, I needed money. I was like, you know what? I don't play my Series X at all. There's nothing except Game Pass. So I was like, fuck it. There's no future with that console.
Aru says now, what if Xbox sells itself to Sony or Nintendo over the next 5 years? I don't see them selling themselves to one or the other. I think they're going to go the route that Sega did. They're going to get out of the console gaming and they're going to become third party. They're going to become a third-party publisher, like Sega. They're going to develop their own in-house games, like Sega, and they're going to have their development studios, like Sega, to develop games for the other platforms. I think they're going the exact same route.
I don't know if that's true because if they were, wouldn't they still be making games? Like, why wait until get out of the console business to then start making games?
Well, Xbox, they're still making games. They their Halo division. They're quiet, but I'm sure they're working on something. Playground Games is an Xbox exclusive company who works on the Forza Horizon series. Obviously now, Activision Blizzard and Bethesda, they're Xbox exclusive now, so even if they get out of the console business, all those development studios are still going to make games for PlayStation and possibly Nintendo and PC. They'll just be published by Xbox and not on an Xbox system anymore. The same way Sega publishes games that are made by their development studios, like Sonic Team and Atlas Games, and the other studios that they own.
I think it's gonna be like I said. I think they're just gonna be an app. Like, we're already seeing parts of that because, like, you're already seeing it integrated in TVs already.
Well, yeah, but
And
that's the Game Pass app, but they're going to become
Yeah.
third party, because if they don't become third party and they don't make games anymore, then there'll be no point in the Game Pass app, because then all the games they would have on the app would have to all be licensed from Nintendo and PlayStation, and they're not going to do that. They'll continue Game Pass as an app, yeah, and they'll have it on other platforms and on smart TVs and PC and that ROG Ally Xbox model that they have coming out later this year. But yeah, as far as consoles, I think they're getting out of consoles. They're just going to become third party. They're going to go the same route as Sega. Obviously, with more money.
I they're done after this because, like, honestly, like I said, I don't see no future for the Series X.
I didn't want to believe that. I didn't want to believe that, Casey. But after this recent layoff and seeing how all these studios got affected, and one of my favorite Xbox games now got the nail in its coffin, unfortunately. Yeah, I believe you now. I'm going to say within the next 5 years, Xbox will be completely third party.
Yeah.
They'll have the Game Pass app. It'll probably be on PlayStation and Nintendo. And Nintendo Switch 2 at some point. Obviously, it's already on PC. And they're just going to become third party, and they'll make their money through that, through the Game Pass app, and licensing their games out to be sold on PlayStation and Xbox, or and Nintendo.
And it's cheaper that way, so they don't have to produce a console no more, because it costs millions of dollars to make a new console, millions of dollars to promote the console.
And then they have to sell it at a loss just to sell the damn thing.
Yeah,
and all their profits come from the games and accessories.
So let the other companies lose money on it and have them get money for just selling the license.
TSS says this is not going to happen, but I think it would be so fucking poetic and funny if Xbox got sold to Nintendo after Xbox tried to buy Nintendo when they first got into the console market. That would be ironic as fuck. That's what that would be.
I never heard anything about that. I never heard about Xbox trying to buy Nintendo.
I never heard about that until like last year when a report about that came out.
I know the whole thing between Nintendo and Sony, how that whole rivalry got started. But I don't know. It's an amazing thing about this. Like, the consoles, like the 3DO was trying to be the VCR of the gaming business, because at that time you could have any brand of VCR and it wouldn't matter what VHS tape you had. It would the VHS tape will go into what VCR you had. So 3DO was trying to do the same thing. It was going to be the video game consoles, and you just make the game for that. And I think,
they were also smoking crack trying to sell that thing at $700 in 1993.
Well, yeah. But what I'm saying is, maybe that could be the future. Like, someone is like, all right, this is officially the game console, and now more games come to this console.
That's pretty much what a PC is already, Casey.
True.
Only PlayStation just doesn't put all their games on it like Xbox does.
I mean, I know Sony games are on PC, but the only
They are like
the
3 years after they release on the console.
and then honestly, the only ones it that's not legally goes on there is Nintendo.
Well, yeah, when
Like,
people pirate them.
yeah, or they somehow
Well,
get them.
Nintendo did put Octopath Traveler on PC, but I think that's like the one of the only games.
I think Octopath Traveler, the second ones, is multi-plat. Oh, I thought for someone was shooting off a gun, but they're shooting off fireworks.
Oh, they're gonna bust down your door, Casey.
Because it just started out of nowhere.
You know, I only heard fireworks where I live for like 15 minutes on Friday night. That was it. I have not heard it. I have not heard one crackle since.
Oh my god, when I was living in Pennsylvania, I didn't care for them shooting off fireworks. The only problem I had with it was because uh, my dog at the time hated fireworks, and they would shoot off fireworks for at least a week, like a few days before 4th of July and a few days after. And I wanted to go out there and yell because I mean my dog was freaking out all the time. Lisa Duke handles it pretty well when he's with me. I'm pretty sure if he's by himself, he freaks out.
Well, yeah, most dogs don't like fireworks because of the boom and the pops and everything.
Yeah.
But we got 2 topics left and a little less than an hour to cover them, so I think we should get right into them. You know who's not shooting off fireworks?
Yep.
Well, that's Texas. Why? Because the middle of Texas is fucking underwater.
Huh?
I don't know if you guys have heard about this one, but Texas is fucked up right now.
No.
Texas is quite fucked up right now because of some rain. They've been getting a lot of rain, and apparently their rivers are flooding. I got pictures and everything on this web page here. Let me actually refresh the page. This is a live updates page. Okay.
Why are there broken trees?
Because they got hit with fucking really bad storms. So this was updated 13 minutes ago. Here's the latest. Rescuers rushed on Sunday to find more survivors of devastating floods that killed at least 81 people in central Texas as dramatic tales emerged of those who experienced the disaster and endured the agonizing wait for news of loved ones. Survivors and family members shared stories about rescues and reunification, as well as the accounts that ended in tragedy. In Kerr County, the hardest hit region, a Christian girls' summer camp was a hub of loss. A veteran high school teacher camping with the family near the Guadalupe River, which rose 20 feet in 2 hours on Friday, was killed. So was a woman driving to work at Walmart when her vehicle was caught in rising waters. Dozens more people, at least 41, are still missing. 41 people are still missing. And rescuers, volunteers, and family members braved renewed downpours to search for them on Sunday, navigating fields of debris. While helicopters, drones, boats, golf carts, and horses, one man said his hopes were revived after a body that had initially been identified as his brother-in-law turned turned out not to be him. On Sunday, some parts of central Texas saw heavy rain, but the areas already hit the hardest, including Kerr County, appeared to avoid more devastation. Meteorologists said that there was an uptick in thunderstorms in Bexar County, which includes San Antonio, but that chances of more flooding in the hill country had decreased. I wish Tex was here, because I'd like to know if he has seen any of this shit firsthand. I know he was on your show last night.
Too bad the floods didn't get him.
Oh. Well, that's recorded, Casey. You're in trouble now. At least 68 victims that were killed in the flood include 28 children. 28 kids died in this shit, man. That's sad. In Kerr County, northwest of San Antonio, 5 people were killed in Travis County, 3 in Burnett County, 2 in Kendall County, 2 in Williamson County, and 1 in Tom Green County, authorities said.
I'm sorry. Flooding. Like you figure, hey, my place is starting to flooding, and it's still raining. Maybe I need to evacuate the area.
Look at these pictures. This is more pictures of the devastation from the storms that they've had over the past few days. I'm not going to read the rest of the story because I already read the update. This is the river that flooded. They're showing an outline of some sort. Dallas Church draws 600 in service for Texas flood victims. Oh, you know what? If I click on this, it'll probably show more pictures now. Yeah, here we go. Yep. There's some of the flooding. You can see the water is almost as high as the treetops.
Well, I know one thing. We've been having a lot of rain here in Oklahoma as well.
Look at that devastation.
We were having like
destroyed.
It being very humid. Right.
There's a good shot of the flood. Look at that. You know how high that water goes, man. Like I said, it's almost to the top, almost up to the treetops. That's fucking crazy.
Oh, I mean, we had.
There you go. Look at that one.
A few years ago.
That is as high as the treetops. There you go. Look at that flood picture. That right there is as high as the fucking treetops. I read
some of them like in the middle. Well, I wouldn't doubt some of that is probably the trees are probably laying down. I mean, look at the ones that are in the river; they're laying down.
Well, yeah, but you could see the line of trees off to the left, and the ones here in the middle are clearly standing up. I read on Twitter earlier that the river rose like 42 feet.
That's a lot of water.
There you go. There's more devastation and debris, and people looking for bodies of the missing people.
Why are they in the parking lot at Walmart holding hands?
Is there any more pictures? Does it appear that there are any more pictures? I don't think. Oh, wait. Nope, I lied to you. There's more. That's not really much of interesting to look at. No. Any more pictures? I don't care about people.
Oh, wow. That's pretty fucked up. Don't care about people.
More debris here. There you go. There's a fucking truck that got fucking demolished. Looks like it got swept right into a barrier or a barricade of some sort.
Casey, in the words of the butler from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Jeffrey, you talking about Rose saying, "I don't care about people"? I wouldn't talk.
Well, that's horrible. That sucks for people. I'm like,
Think of
I
what these
know
guys
my
are going through, man.
parents had
81 people dead, 41 are missing, 28 children died. That's sad, dude. That is so fucked.
that is sad.
Devastating, yeah.
My parents, they had flooding at the old house I used to live in as a child, back like when I was before like 5 years old. It got flooded a couple times, but nothing to the comparison of
Oh,
that at
Aru.
all, obviously. Like, that's horrible.
Aru said lots of flooding in Texas. Why couldn't it happen in Oklahoma?
That
Damn.
we know.
I mean, the last flood we had was in 90, as far as I remember. Last real serious flood we had was the St. Louis flood of 90.
It's about my bedtime.
Fuck your bedtime, Casey. We're usually live later than this. It's only 10:45.
You got some nerve mentioning a bedtime, dude, considering how long you go for Saturday is wrong. You got some nerve mentioning a bed.
Yeah, Casey. Fucking Kratos showed up to my stream chat last night. I thought you ended your show. He told me you were still live.
Yeah, apparently still live for another 20 minutes after I typed that in. But still,
It's not the latest
Casey,
yet.
you've gone live for 6 or 7 hours one time on your own Saturday night show. I'm well aware of that.
Not saying I don't get tired. I did a lot today. I'm a little pushed. Like, I'm ready to crawl in the bed and call it a night and snuggle up to my weasel.
Gross.
What?
You said snuggle up to your weasel.
Right?
Yeah.
Which weasel are we talking about here?
Oh, excuse me.
He's my sleeping buddy.
You don't even know what I'm referencing, do you?
No.
It's best you don't. I got a dirtier mind than you.
Well, Casey is the slow one here. But we got one more topic to talk about, so we're gonna get in and get it the fuck over with.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I can't get rid of this subscribe now bar at the bottom of this page, so hopefully y'all guys won't even see it.
I don't see it.
Good. Oh. All right, so TikTok's ban problem could soon end with a new app and a sale. Yeah, because we just want to keep fucking TikTok, one of the most fucking brain rot platforms on the internet.
And an app that also made an AI generated thing, Trump banned Call of Duty that really fooled even EJ at one point.
Well, you should never trust anything that AI comes out of AI. But let's see. So this report came out, I think, earlier today. Yes, at 2:34 p.m. Even with the TikTok divest or ban law officially in effect this January, the app has only shut down service in the United States for one day. Now, the information reports that an agreement for a sale satisfying the law's requirements is close and would come with a new separate version of the app. Any deal, however, would need approval from the Chinese government, which is also still wrangling with the Trump administration over tariffs. The outlet reports that the Trump administration says it's close to working out a sale to a group of non-Chinese investors, including Oracle, with current majority owner ByteDance maintaining a minority stake that would satisfy the terms of the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act. Earlier today, the Wall Street Journal reported that the General Services Administration says Oracle has reached a new agreement with the federal government that is the first of its kind that provides the entire government with a discount on cloud infrastructure with a 75% discount on licensed software. TikTok staff reportedly working on a new version of the app dubbed M2 to the current apps in the internal M designation for release on app stores on September 5th. Trump issued a third legally questionable extension of the deadline to ban TikTok from U.S. app stores last month, which is set to expire in mid-September. According to the information's unnamed source, under the current timeline, the original TikTok app would leave app stores as the new one launches and stop working entirely in March of 2026. So there you have it. New TikTok app will be coming. It might not be called TikTok anymore. Right now it's just dubbed as M2. That's the project name.
I still think it should be called Talk Tick.
I think it should just be called Brain Rot. That's what it is. AI slop, brain rot, mostly. I know it's kind of a shit topic to end on because we don't really give a fuck about TikTok, but we've been following the TikTok saga for a little while now, so I thought, why not include it?
It doesn't hurt me if it goes away.
I agree. I think it should have gone away a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, if that's the last topic, we might as well close up now. Close up shop now.
Oh, God.
Bless you. Let's close up shop now. I got nothing new to say, and with that said, I'm probably gonna just go now.
All right. Well, I guess you heard it here. Kratos wants to head on out. You got anything to plug before you go there, Kratos? Or did he already leave?
He's gone.
He left? Wow, he just straight up left. All right, well. Kratos, Casey, you got anything you want to plug before we leave? I guess I'll end it now. I was going to at least go to 11, but we're 8 minutes short of 11.
I got gameplay I'm editing right now. It's the Super Nintendo version of Super Adventure Island 2.
Okay.
I've been doing a bunch of preview shorts of these games, and they're getting good hits on it. I'm not hitting thousands of views, but I'm getting hundreds of views for them.
Yeah, you're getting more than I am, that's for sure.
So, like, I think people like getting little previews for those, so and it's real easy to make, so I get quick content, you know? Like, I just splice stuff together of the gameplay and let it roll.
Yeah, I hear that.
So, but I have that, the Adventure Island 2 coming out tomorrow. But after that, I really need to do more gameplay recordings. Like last week, I did a bunch in 2 days that carried me all week. I mean, there were some days I was playing on the PS5 online. Like I was doing some Uno a couple nights. was doing good on that, and some people came in watching me doing GTA 5. Like, I messed around with GTA 5 for a little while, but uh, after a while, I kind of lost interest because you can only like run over people so many times before it gets boring, you know.
That's true.
But I wish I could get into that role playing that Drew's in, and then that'd be something different to
The
do.
OCRP.
Yeah,
I mean, you should reach out to Drew. Maybe he could get you in there, but I don't know. You could try. You're just about to hit 1,000 subscribers, so that's pretty cool.
yeah. Sometimes I'll get a bunch of subs, and then it'll stall out. Like, I actually had to find 88, and then a couple clicked off, and then
You were at
went back.
986 yesterday, so
Yeah.
so far for me for the year, I only got. Let me see. Go to my analytics. Let's go into the year 2025. So far, my channel's only got 34 new subscribers for the year. So I started at 810 and I'm at 844 right now.
I remember when Frank came and blew right past us. Now we caught up and surpassed him a little bit.
Well, Frank has got more than me too now. But yeah, you're beating both of us.
Yeah.
But
It's not.
if that's all you got, Casey, then I guess I'll close up shop.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I need to make some gameplay, but I've been enjoying doing some PS5 game live streams, so I'll probably do that. I promised Bam that I would do some Turbo Graphics live stream, and so I need to do that. But yeah, that's it.
Well, as for me, I want to say thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've all had a safe and happy 4th of July weekend. You guys didn't do stupid shit, didn't blow yourselves up with fucking fireworks, or set anything on fire, or injured anybody else, or whatever. Check out D-Rail Gaming Live, OCRP, GTA 5 roleplay videos, live streams over there on his channel. Follow me right here on Twitch and YouTube. Subscribe to both channels if you're not already. I greatly appreciate it. If you have Twitch Prime, it don't cost you a dime. And I get paid for it at the same time. Never necessary, but always appreciated. Twitter is there so you know when to go live and upload a video. And yeah, I am going to be back in a little bit because the new Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle Global Celebration major event actually started during this live stream. So I'll be plugging my phone into my Elgato and I'll be streaming some of that after I go to the bank. So it's going to be a late start for that. Probably be around 12:30 when I start doing that. But I'll be playing on that for a while, checking out the new events and whatnot. And
Who's live right now?
on my end, hey, who's live? Well, people I follow that you don't follow, I know are live. There's a bunch of people it says that are live right now. Derail Gaming is live, and that.
Yep.
So Drew is the only one live out of the people that are in our circle. So go watch Drew. Tell him we sent you.
Tell him he sucks.
Casey said it. I didn't. You know what? You know what? Before we end, let's fuck with him real quick. Let's see if he acknowledges.
Go in there. Tell him he sucks. Go in chat and tell him Drew sucked.
Misty off at the.
Let's see. Get his video feed on here real quick so you guys can see what he's doing real quick.
I guess we can pick up what we got, maybe.
Yeah,
What do you think about going to
Oh.
that other island?
Find him. Again.
Oh, well, I guess you picked all the leads, right?
There he is.
The one I'm at.
we did.
Yeah, do that. Now let them know we're cutting them some slack and giving them doing them a solid. They can use that island. We'll do the one up there. Perfect.
You suck.
Because if we do the other island, like, so from what I know,
Hey, we gonna collect there's another island we can go to. That way y'all
a
can do
lot.
what you need to.
Like, I'm talking like,
we just need to
I
use the
remember
mash
seeing
kit.
like,
You can go ahead and cook
it's
it.
actually bigger than Business Island.
How long? How much you
that's
got?
like,
How long you
you
think
got
it'll be?
four,
Think we can like just kind
places
of
where you
rotate?
can
Drew's got 100 people
forecast
watching.
Oh, yeah,
There's
sure.
like,
Yeah.
6 of the gasoline ones.
Okay.
It doesn't shock me, guys. There was one time it raided me and I had about 160 people came in. No, it was 130 people came in.
Yeah, he hasn't rated me in a
Yeah,
while.
we
I'm kind of
got
itching to do that again.
Shit again, though.
Yeah, we went to. No, you got real. We went over to the third island and we were there for a little bit, but then our airplane blew up, so it's just real. It's a haul to go all the way back over there right now.
So what's up with Drew anyway? I heard him and Tara broke up and all this other shit. Is that true?
Shit, I didn't hear that.
I thought I heard some shit. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you guys do
And you
what
guys
you
can
need
get
to
back in the boat,
Alright.
and then
Oh.
why don't we head up north and meet our
Acknowledge the chat,
It's
God
gonna
damn
be
it, Drew.
okay. They just need the pit for like 5 minutes. They said they don't need
Hey.
anything else. So we'll
I mean-
keep going.
Okay.
We'll just
We'll
stay
just
here.
take the original-
Hopefully it's not true. I hate to see.
$5 super chat. What's up?
And hopefully not
Your
drown.
background will go. Welcome
I'm
in,
found
Mr.
with
Cinnamon.
Misty, our
Looks like an
mermaid, and
LTS raid.
Oh.
Thank you,
I'll be over to
everybody.
RJ to drop him off with the leaves that you guys are gonna need.
Casey,
Someone left some cocoa paste.
the Rose. Casey is raw. What's up, Casey?
There he is.
Thanks for the shout out, Drew. Even though Casey says you suck.
How many cocoa blends to how many when we do in the barrels?
Check him out. Check out Derailed Gaming, as I said. We're going to get the fuck on out of here. I'm going to be back in a little while. And until then, thanks for watching, guys. Bam says Casey farted.
That's what I did. Just did. So he's correct.
We're still live, Kratos, but yeah, we're winding down. We're about to close everything up at this moment. So if I don't see any of you guys later on in about an hour or two, well, not two, but about an hour and a half or so, then have a good night. For Casey is Raw and MK Kratos, my name is The Rose. Have a good night, everybody. Until next time. Thanks for watching. Remember, the next episode of LTS will be in 3 weeks, episode 114, July 27th. Till then, catch your ass down the road.